Hello, welcome to the Field of Streams, where I, your host Janeen McCrae, bring you the tiny thoughts that stream from my brain and present them to you as though they're an expensive faux haggis that you read about in Saucy Vegan Quarterly, consisting of a medley of cheap meats stuffed inside the stomach of a zucchini flower and called God's Gut Garden. Hallelujah! Now, I can't promise you much with these weekly nibbles, but I can promise you this. I won't keep you long. Today's missive was inspired by a study that looked into why cats, our favourite aloof floofs, love to sit in boxes, or jump in boxes, or just be in a box. The article was called If I Fits, I Sits, a citizen science investigation into illusory contour susceptibility in domestic cats. So there. The funniest part of the story for me was that the study showed it didn't even need to be a box. It could just be a box shape taped on the floor, and they would go and sit in it. It got me thinking about my brain. You know, it always comes back to me. I'm so narcissistic. My brain and how easily distracted and drawn towards safe spaces it is. Of how the geometry of a box, of keeping your thoughts inside the box, it's safe. But then of how my brain is also a bit of a floater. I'm not going to lie. This is a weird one this week. I apologise in advance. Basic premise? Honestly, I'm not sure if this one has one. But hey, let's trust the process, team. Trust the process! Or just listen. I mean, that's really all that's required of you in this moment. Without any further batting of balls about, here is the post, If I Fits, I Sits. Meow. My brain is a cat, slinking along life's hallway and suddenly spying a box. Oh, box! My brain gets in the box. It doesn't know why the box calls to it, but my brain cannot halt this impulse. It just likes boxes. Squares in general. This is a safe shape for a brain to get in. The corners are always in the same place, and the quiet, unassuming geometry of the confined personal space, just air and cat brain, is a comfort. Box safe. Box good. Brain is cat, and brain like box. My brain is a cork. It bobs away on the surface of a deep and murky ocean. Mollusks and manatees, sharks and stingrays. The cork drifts in clueless yaw and sway. My brain is a cork of to and fro, and I don't know, bobbing happily and gaily with nary a worry in the world. It drifts toward life rafts and messaging bottles that need a good corking, and all the while acts blind, dumb, and compulsively corky. Absorbing and repelling, it has no direction but fate. The strongest current writes the manifest, so cork ends up where it ends. There is no safe here, just the omness of the float until something hits and sticks. My brain is a cat made of cork. Cork cat. It bats at balls and paws at strings and seeks bottlenecks of creative stuckiness to occupy. The slow blinking of its thinking. The circular swill of contemplation. Cork cat is free. Cork cat believes it dictates the hunt and chooses the prey. Wrong, of course, because even in its aloofness, cork cat cannot quell the urge to rub against the warm leg of attention, to perform and communicate thought via its tail twitch telegraph. Feline fate is embedded with cork, now and forevermore. It lives in both box and sea. My brain is a planet populated entirely by cork cat civilizations, entangled in war and peace and music and art and love and hate and confusion and swelling, and all the while this planet is pulled toward the sunset of death on the horizon of life. This timeline is written. This intergalactic pull contains the persistent purr of creation. My brain is a lifeguard. It marks each sunset in the sand and watches as chunks of cat cork, words on a wine-dark sea, float and bob and SOS their flailing vowels and consonants in the wash. One by one, it throws life rings to each, pulling words back in some instinctual sequence. They become a sentence, and their sentence is their life, joined forever at the start with a capital and silenced with the cork of punctuation at the end, over and over. Sunset, 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 life ring, life ring, life ring. Sentences, paragraphs, pages, going nowhere and everywhere as my brain floats on. Words tumble from the open dryer of my mouth, lint-covered and static, hot to the touch, warm to the heart, free. My brain is, I think, the cork. I pounce the cat. I write the words. Meow, pop. And there you have it, all neatly packaged in a box, this week's episode. I hope you'll come back for more. Even when they don't make sense, these little missives are designed to inspire creative folk to get out there and make something of their own. If you do enjoy my writing, please be sure to subscribe to the Stream newsletter at janeenmccrae.substack.com. And until next we meet, love what you love, and I'll see you out there making stuff.